anything like map number 1, then Luminosity is in for a bad time.
It's not like map 1 because it's a different map.
That's true. It's a different map, of course. So it's not exactly going to be like map 1. But if the rounds will go anything like map 1, then Luminosity is going to be in for a bad time as the first ban's coming through. There's Hibana to be removed off the board. It's OK ban. Oh, touch.
Oh my
Liquid, like, I swear to God, you like to make things defender-sided.
Yeah, that is brutal, but we're going to see probably a lot of Maverick in this particular scenario.
Okay, you ban from Luminosity, maybe?
Well, maybe. We'll see the Echo ban coming out from Liquid. We'll see what Luminosity do want to ban out here, because, of course, if they do ban at the card to make it a little bit easier for themselves, they're, of course, going to leave Mirror up, and that's going to be, I think, a big mistake if they did. Okay, well, they're going to remove Mirror off the board. This also does leave Maestro available, and honestly, I think Luminosity do play a pretty nasty Maestro with Hyena.
Yeah, they can, definitely. They're going to have to get the rounds in now, though. Like, the way these bans work out again, it's going to be so defense-sided. Kite is open. There's no Thatcher. There's no Hibana. There's 4 hatches you maybe work from. 2 main hatches you want to get opened up. So, like, that's 2 of your termite charges already. So you're going to have to choose to at least get 1 and then go for the actual main planting spot wall as well for the termite. And, of course, use a Maverick for the rest. So it's going to be interesting to see how this will be working out for Liquid. They're going to have to make some choices, but they're used to this, it looked like, because, well, they chose themselves to, yet again, make it a defense-sided map. And now they are starting on the offense. It's up to them to dictate the pace, get in these rounds, and that's exactly what they're going to be trying to do. I have trust in them. I believe in Liquid. I'm a believer now that they will be winning the entire thing. We also saw Sexy Cake saying, like, who's your best opponent or scariest opponents? BDS, G2, both gone out of the board, so there's no more scary opponents for Liquid according to their own.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid should be feeling really good about the rest of the tournament now if they can knock out Luminosity here as well into the lower bracket. Well, then we'll see how it is going to be working out for them as well. We'll see Luminosity on the defense downstairs to start with. Well, I've looked like this is going to be going down for the bit of Liquid. Historically, are a very, very strong bank team.
Yeah. Latam in general is good on bank. They love bank. And that's going to be the entry for Moringa to go. And that's straight away. Factor off the board. Kite gone. That's something that they don't no longer worry about. Rex in a slash.
I feel like this is just a massive mistake from Luminosity. I mean, normally when you play someone like that, you normally have your pulse in server pulsing out
just to get the information
going on. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. It's a bit late now, Slash, to go up for the scans right there. They probably didn't expect Moringa to be that quick, but right at the get-go, Liquid is going to put themselves up in a very, very good round as they take away one of those operators that is so important to keep those hatches closed straight away. And that actually puts them in a very good perspective to win the first attacking round straight away as well.
Well, that's already a great pickup, and of course Moringa rocking that new Capitao Elite skin as well. Looking very, very nice while doing it. And well, they're not pushing Sewer at all now. They're satisfied with the first pick of the Kayad as well. Now he can't do any kind of Kayad tricking at all, and they should be pretty safe just to pick up all of these hatches with a Thermite. And honestly, like, this has put Luminosity in a really bad situation. Of course, 3 ADS is stacked up because there is a Thatcher ban.
Yeah.
They're all going to start to get burned out. And they're going to know there's a lot of ADSs in here. So.
Attackers have located a bomb.
He's going to be stuck, though, because the hatch has been opened up. They can just hold the back of the stairs right there and just lock him in. There's nothing that Rexon is going to be able to do at that point except for go for, do or die, basically, literally. What he can do right there, right now, is stay alive and fight. Moringa now entering from the actual sewers again. Decided to rotate all the way around. We'll be aware of the fact of the player right there on the stairs. It's going to be Slash to pick up the frag onto Nest. Rotate comes through. We'll be moving all the way through. We'll be picking up another frag as Doodle to get Sexy Cake. And it's 2 consecutive frags for Luminosity to turn this around. We're in there right now. We'll be tossing in some flashbangs right there, trying to force him out. Rexon, because of that, will be going more aggressive, but will find himself caught off guard right now. Stuck between a rock and a hot place, and he's getting pushed from 2 different positions. Reload comes in. Moringa not actually sure yet if he can go for the push. Wants to go for it. Will be falling right there, and no one is there to reply from the other side. And that's something that you might have wanted to take care of, that you push him from 2 sides just to secure that kill. Liquid, you started off well. You got the early frag right there onto Factor. but you weren't able to work on it.
Right next to each other. Oh, Pala going to be falling off completely to try and drop down to server and see what he can do from that side instead. Of course, ADS is still stacked up onto blue stairs as PSK dueling out in the lobby with a slash hook. Rogue as he goes in and takes him out with a pistol. What is happening right now as Pala moves into the site? He does manage to pick up Doodle, but well, he'll get finished off by Hyenas. Maestro coming. That's a great start for Luminosity to try and bring it in themselves. That was such a great start of the round from Liquid. Moringa getting that insta-pick up onto Factor. And after that, it seemed like Luminosity was losing a lot of control early on, but a play from Doodle and Slash coming in, regaining that upstairs control. I don't know what Slash was doing or how he was allowed to do it, but somehow he managed to find his way all the way upstairs and then also into the lobby area and picks up a thermite there. Great play coming out from Slash Hook there as well, but Liquid seeming to have the same issue that Luminosity were having during their attacks, where they weren't able to shut down the mobility of Liquid.
Right, the same thing, right? You know someone is on those stairs. You see Moringa going downstairs. Where's the support from the top, right? To push them from the from the same time, just to pinch him, because in that case you could have picked it up. You have full server control. You could have maybe actually gone for a plant there. So some mistakes coming in from Liquid there. Probably the same trick won't be working twice. So Moringa not going to be able to get the early frag this time from Sewers. Or at least in the next 2 rounds, as we won't be playing there in the round afterwards, because they're going to be aware of it. So Luminosity managed to, well, basically salvage that round, as it could have been over very early on. And that's why you never give up in Siege, even if you lose someone in 10 seconds, because it doesn't really matter. You can still come back if you play it well, and that's exactly what Luminosity did. Sets are coming through right now. Rotation holes being created in the walls up to Janitor, so people are going to be free to move through. As you said, the mobility, which is so important and so hard to shut down on maps like this, like Bang. It's such an open map. There's so many ways you can go. There's so many places to rotate back up from. You just lack manpower to hold all of those.
There definitely is a lot of stuff to be done here. Liquid, well, they're not out of it just yet. Of course, 1 round deficit. Not a great start from them, but of course, that was the downstairs site. It was a core site. It's definitely a hard area to attack. We'll see exactly what they want to do here as they go for their CEO attack. And, well, Liquid getting control of all of the windows and see what they can do from those angles as well.
Just trying to get an early pick again, or at least get some control. Rexon right there underneath the windows, just chilling, standing by. There's nothing he needs to do. As long as he stays there, that's pressure. That's all he needs to do. Be alive. Be there. Breathe. That's all. Moringa from the windows trying to get someone in Janitor, but they won't be peeking as they're stuck behind a reinforced wall. And because of that, they're pretty passive right now, actually, Luminosity. If you look at it, they're not peeking anything. They're all staying in their corners. They're forcing Liquid to make the first move. And of course, if Liquid wins that is going to be good for them. But Luminosity, of course, they know how to play this game as well. And if they manage to win that first move or first attack from Liquid to come through, as Rexon is almost spotting out Sexy Cake right there, spotted out the gun, but he didn't commit to it. So that means that it's still going to be a 5-on-5. 1 minute 38 into the round. No damage done to either team as of yet. Doodle prepping his C4, waiting for someone to move through onto the Janitor hallway, but no spots coming out as of yet. PSG will now be knowing. That's going to be clear. There we go. That's a mistake. Moringa will be picking up Doodle as he tried to rotate out due to the fire arrows coming through, so he basically flushed him out all alone. And it's going to be the opening that Liquid is going to be needing to try and get this down. There goes the Termite charge. They will be opening up this side, and that means the plant could soon come in if they manage to clear out all the angles, if they manage to hold all the angles. Because they don't want to get anyone just rushing in as soon as that happens. Just to lose the body of PSG.
Yeah, not quite yet. We do see, of course, Slashhook trying to make his way through into lobby and see what he can do about these window repels, but, well, Sexy Cake is indeed ready for it, as well as Moringa moving through into the lobby repel himself. They know that Slashhook is here, they're going to find him, and there he goes. Beautiful pick coming out from Moringa again, as they managed to regain quite a lot of that control. And now that's going to free up Sexy Cake to now take a more aggressive angles. We do Paolo, however, who takes out Factor, and we do see Hyena just hiding in stock and see what he can do here, but it means that only Rexon is available on the site. He's going to go for the spray. PSK takes a little bit of damage, but not down just yet. 25 seconds to go on the clock. Hyena desperately trying to jewel it all out. Goes to the pre-fires, but it gets taken down by Paolo, and it's all down to Rexon. Smokes have gone out. PSK is going to try and go for the plant and see what he can do, but Rexon unable to get out onto Banana. That was going to be a flawless round from Liquid.
It's definitely a round that they will cherish later on, as, of course, they need to get as many attacking rounds in. 2-3 is what they're looking for right here to just make themselves feel real comfortable going on to their defensive side. Round number 3 about to go on. question is, will Luminosity change or will they keep on CEO? It looks like they will go for CEO again, even though they got picked apart basically by Moringa, holding all those angles. What they don't realize is all they had to do is just create one less rotation, stay put, do not peek. And then they would have actually had it, because Liquid didn't make the moves. They were just waiting for someone to move, someone to rotate. And as soon as they did that, they managed to get a pick. And as soon as you do that, you create space, you create room, you create stuff to work with. And as soon as that happens, then you're having a very scary opponent on Liquid, as they managed to use their space that they got perfectly well. Managed to pick up the round flawlessly.
This is very dangerous from Luminosity. They've opted to take Slashog off the Jaeger, and they've sick-picked him onto the Vigil instead. So no ADSs are going to be available, but nades are, of course, available from Liquid's side. I don't think it's going to matter too much, because we didn't really see heavy nade usage. In fact, if anything was really an issue for Luminosity, it was Moringa on that Capital Bolt.
Yeah.
Capital Bolt's coming out, forcing out the rotates. I think that was the biggest issue for them.
And there's no counter for the Capital Bolts as
Yeah.
of yet.
Not yet.
Gotta wait for my to be allowed the dabbing operator to come into competitive play before we see those smoking incendiary bolts to be changed from directory. Could actually be quite fun if you shoot them in from the window, but just get pulled back and sent into Capital himself, so he just barbecues himself. A lot of stuff you can do with that. But of course, we're gonna have to wait another 3 months before we actually see that happen. And well, this match will be done by then. So let's just focus on what's on hand. And that is this matchup. 1-1 right now. Liquid did a very good job on getting in that first attacking round. What we're going to try and do right now is look for one, maybe two more.
Rexon on the dock as well, rather than Maisho. So a lot of utilities being taken out of Luminosity's lineup. Instead, they've replaced it with a little bit more fragment. I really would have thought they'd bring more ACOGs here. Like, I would have liked to see Hyena up onto the... Oh my god, what a shot from Safety Cake! And that's as I'm talking about it, Rexon just gets deleted. Great angle from Safety Cake brought in there, and that's already going to put them at a man advantage.
Who needs an ACOG when you have a holo?
Yep.
Oh well.
So.
Slash playing from downstairs, holding some cams, playing on that Vigil, wants to go for a late roam, it looks like. It's a tricky C4.
He doesn't bring impacts, he brought the bulletproof instead.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the bulletproof there on Banana. I actually like that.
That's some good
quite
information.
Interesting. But it means that I feel like that was for Rexon to peek off of, and he's dead.
Yeah, that is basically the bulletproof now rendered useless. Of course, still information that Rexon is going to be able to give out, but no one there to instantly take care of it. There we go. Is the electric ball taken care of by the IQ. Now the C4 is safe to go through. No chance of getting tricked. But all he's waiting for right now is just the exothermic to go off, so he can pick up the thermite and he can pick up the charge going off. Oh, I believe he actually just tossed it and no kill came through. So right now, Thermite is going to be safe to do his job. He's going to be safe to open up the wall. He's going to be safe to allow Liquid to, again, get into this bomb site. Of course, they want one, maybe two more picks before they do so. Paulo's going to be the one to make work of that as he is moving to his stockroom, trying to hold off both. Oh, there we go. Spot comes down onto the person right there into Janitor. That means that the fire arrows are yet again going to be coming out from, well, the angle they created themselves. One up far, that's not the one they want, but it's going to be Slash to get the frag onto Paulo. That's the buck on off the board. He rotated all the way back to stock. Walls have been opened up, and that's quite tricky because they had stock control, but right now that's been retaken by Luminosity, and that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, definitely, but only 35 seconds left to go on the clock. However, Liquid, they definitely need to make some sort of entry. They're in a 4v4, but Slashog retaking control of the stock. He does have a lot of areas to control it. Hyena also still has a Nitro available. Slash moves in. He gets another kill onto Nesk, as Doodle will get refragged out there. 6K does regain control of a Banana, however, takes the bulletproof cam offline. Oh, he's also going to take people offline as well. Factor finds PSK, but instantly gets traded out by Moringa. It's all down to Slash and Hyena. They have control. They're going to move in for the flank. Plan starts to go down from Moringa right now as the play goes down from Slashog. He takes down Sexy Cake. It's all down to Moringa in a post plant right now. Has no utility remaining. He finds Slashog, but no, Hyena will find him in return. Slashog 1 HP in a dream to bring it in. Hyena will go for the counter defuse, and well, that's going to be round number 3 underway for Luminosity. And he still has a bulletproof in his back pocket. What?
Oh no, he just didn't place it. It might have been a mispick then or something like that.
That's just a show-off right there.
Yeah, it's a show-off.
I didn't even need it.
Or maybe he grabbed it again when he knew it was safe, right? And
well, the one on Banana got destroyed by Sexy Cake.
So you had to have placed it on a different spot then, if you had it there. But oh well, Liquid, they look to have the round right there, but as soon as Slash managed to retake control of stock, it was all up to Luminosity back down because Slash on that position managed to pick at 1, then pick at 2, and basically completely dismantle the attack of Liquid that was imminent and was looking to be very successful on this third round.
Well, this is a very, very close map now all of a sudden, because while Liquid is finding the entries and generally at the start of the rounds they're looking much, much better, Luminosity has been able to bring 2 rounds back from the brink of defeat. And I think, honestly, Slash Hook has been a massive push there for them.
Definitely, Slash doing so much work for his team right there. Veteran on the lineup, doing what he's expected to. Getting those frags, getting those openings.
I think maybe, like, a lot of people were kind of doubting this change, right? And, like, Slash Hook coming in and Thomas being replaced, but honestly, it seems like LG has finally found the roster that works for them. They've gone through a number of roster changes so far as well. They dropped Drip when they made it into Pro League as well after the Allied liner, and, well, they brought in Pixel to replace him, then Pixel got dropped, and Factor came in, and then Thomas gets dropped, and Slasher comes in, and this is still a very new team to comp. I mean, this is their first Pro League season, so, but they've done very well for themselves in Pro League season, and now, well, I think they can be pretty happy having knocked out Team Secret, one of the tournament favorites, and, well, I think despite how this actually now plays out in the series, I think they can be pretty happy and pretty content that, yeah, Slasher was indeed the place for us.
It was indeed something that they were able to use properly. He also said finally defeated Team Secret. He lost against them 4 times in a row, Slash. So him now finally defeating them, definitely something that he's looking forward to. Well, no longer looking forward to, but happy about. Pilot taking care of the camp. They're slowly trying to get some control from the upstairs to down, as we, of course, are going to be seeing the basement coming in again.
Scanning for electronic devices.
Oh, that's a nice hit of guy there.
Well, he's going to find it. The IQ of Ness going to be coming out, and you'll see all of that. No insta-pick coming up from Moringa this time, but there'll be a lot of control now going into Liquid's favor. So they'll start to book out everything out from above, making sure they can see this angle up onto Blue, making sure that if he pushes it, well, he's the dead man. Rexon actually played this quite well last time, as Moringa did push him from downstairs, and it does show to Rexon's abilities, just a movement player, to be able to play around all of this area. As Blue, it's a hard area to play sometimes.
Definitely, you don't have much space, as the hatch is going to get opened up. It's going to be making Rexon's position a little bit more compromised. C4 comes through, actually a little attack to go down to Factory, who's quite low on HP, manages to rotate out safely together with the Pulse of Slash, but that will be leaving Rexon alone right there. He will be playing, well, do or die right now once again. The only way he escapes this is if he kills all the enemies that are out there. So Moringa's holding off the rotation right there. They're just wasting the ADSs, that's all they're doing. Just make sure they're all gone.
I mean, Rexon, all he has to do here is just play his life. I mean, if he gets droned out, cool, whatever. All he has to do is just waste time and time and time and utility. And while he's already wasted quite a lot of utility as well, as he goes for the pre-fires, another nade comes through. So much utility game burnt by Rexon here as he does push up, trying to desperately find a kill now, but he's lost almost all of his setup here. Capital balls do go down. He just actually might find a kill out of it. Paolo goes down, but he doesn't find another one. Rexon goes down, but what a great play coming out from Rexon. As just so much stuff burned now. Slashhook does manage to move through the Capital ball, and he gets the kill. PSK is out of it. And this is a great play again coming out from Slashhook, and that's defused it down as well. 35 seconds left to go on the clock. He does get traded by Moringa, but Liquid are stumbling right now.
Yeah, they don't have the turmoil anymore either, so it's going to be really hard for them to open up the default plant spot. Hyena right here standing by. Toxic Babe is in position, gets tossed out. They're going to be stalling this one out for now. There's no way that they're going to be attacking from that side, so they're going to have to drop in from another side, and it looks like it's going to be this hatch. As soon as smoke arrows are going to be deployed. There we go, Moringa deploying the smokes, deploying the fire arrows as well. The splint is going to be coming in, but there is a Maestro Cam still out there. There is smoke still out there. There's nothing they can do at this point. This should be the round for Luminosity Gaming, but it's going to be Moringa to pick up one. It got the actual one, and it's Luminosity to get it as Hyena destroys it with the Evil Eye. And it's Liquid now, indeed. They're starting to fall. It's 1-4 right now. 1-3. 1-3 right now as we're heading into round number 5.
Desperate last-minute play coming out from Doodle there to try and push up. I think Doodle did manage to do a little bit of damage on Nesk as he went for that default spot plant, realizing that he can't plant in that smoke. He was getting smoked out. He was taking too much damage there. He had to move around instead. Moringa drops the hatch to try and save him in the last minute, but it was too little too late. Hyena on the Maestro Cam in the last second manages to put him down in the dirt with that little bit of health damage, and that diffuser goes down, and they win by time. And Luminosity, is...
I really think a Twitch should be useful.
It just seems like Luminosity is losing the early game, but they're keeping their composure. They're making good plays. Slasher and Rex in particular as well have done great this map so far. They're putting rounds on the board, and Liquid are stumbling right now at these end rounds.
I think Liquid needs a Twitch, to be honest, to take care of the if
The
they will be going
ADSs,
there again, the 3
yeah.
ADS and a Maestro Cam, right? So like, there's so much utility that you can take out with the Twitch.
Well, think
There's
about
no
it this
other way
way
to
as
do
well.
it because you don't have it.
None of those ADSs got shot. They all got burned
Yeah.
purely through flashbangs. That's 6 projectiles going
That's what
through
I
there,
mean.
and 2 nades as well. There's a huge amount of utility going through, and then Rexon still gets a kill out of it.
And he's still alive as well, right? Like, all that utility wasted, stays alive, gets a kill, gets traded right afterwards, but the damage is done. There's nothing else that they can use to go for the execute. All that Liquid needed right there is a Twitch, just to set 1, maybe 2 ADSs, right? At that point, you're just saving so much of your utility. You're also scaring Rexon a bit, maybe force him to fall back as he knows that his position is compromised. There is no way that he's going to be surviving that many projectiles anymore.
Well, a quick tactical timeout
Yep.
coming out from Liquid and Silence, the coach. 2 coaches on Liquid, of course, Silence and Sensi as well. And they're going to be coaching it all through and seeing exactly what they can do differently now as Liquid. Well, they need to keep their composure. They still only really need 1 round here to keep themselves in. A 4-2 scoreline can be still fine for them, but Luminosity is looking a lot better here than they were on Cafe.
I like how there's just as much frags on either side. It's
Yeah.
actually Liquid with more kills than Luminosity, yet Luminosity's up 3-1.
These are very, very close rounds.
Yeah, it's a timer that keeps on running them
Yeah.
out. Very close rounds indeed. And it's going to be Luminosity right now to try and make sure that they can maybe pull off what Liquid did last map with 7-1. Could be what they're aiming for. But we don't know if that's going to be happening. Evil Eye is being deployed by Hyena. Rotations being created. It's always interesting to see how these teams will be setting up different kind of ways. It's always a question. Will it work out or will it not?
This is like the offsite right now, and then this is the opportunity for Liquid to now put a round on the board and put themselves in a bit more of a content situation. So, well, see an interesting setup coming out from Luminosity here as they are very, very spread out, coming outside into the staff areas. Rexon going to be throwing out those Valkyrie cameras and prepping all of it. I think Luminosity have now gotten a little bit more confident and they're playing a little bit more aggressive, especially Slashug as well. He's been all over the shop doing whatever he can to put bodies on the board.
He's definitely getting...
With the UMP as well. With the
that as
Pulse,
well.
he was doing so well for some reason. The
Some
UMP is
people-
considered such a bad gun, and Slashug's been making it work.
It hits hard, but it just shoots so slow, right? So you need to be really, really good at using that UMP if you want to make it work. But there are some players that actually consistently make it work, and it looks like he's one of those. Liquid, you are up 3-1 behind. So you need to make something change. You need to change something. And what was it going to be? Are you going to be playing more aggressive? Are you going to be playing more passively? Because like Luminosity seems to be reading that perfectly right now. If you play aggressive, they play passive. If you play passive, they play aggressive. If they just counter you, whatever you do, and Paolo right there wasn't able to pick up the first frag onto Slash. That should have been the entry right there, picking up Slash as well. That would have been such a huge frag to go with. Factor right now, standing by, scanning, being ready with the C4 that he can toss in to try and secure Paolo. He's, of course, such a huge player for the likes of Liquid.
Oh yeah, he has been indeed. But it's going to be Rex who puts the first body on the board, but instantly does get traded out by, of course, Paolo, as we were talking about him. It's going to be a 4v4 situation, but that's a great early pick coming out from Rexon, as that is your Maverick off the board. It might not be that important for a Telus take, but it does limit your options now in that regard. And we've seen ZXK do a lot of work as well.
Yeah, he's done a lot of work for his team, like, consistently. So him dropping early off the court before being able to use the utility properly is definitely going to be hurting Liquid. 4-on-4 situation, didn't spot out the player right there. Actually will be if now. Again, sometimes actually not even a tank coming down onto Doodle. C4 comes through, won't be hitting anyone. Be trying to cook his grenade, but he's not sure on where to throw. He doesn't know. There's no information coming out on side, but it's going to be Paolo now to pick up his double. It's Doodle finally removed off the board. That will be opening up Tellers by quite a bit, actually. There's no one playing in that position right now. Termite will be opening up that wall as a result as well, and that is setting everything up for Liquid that they're actually going to be going for a Teller stake. So Slash in this position is absolutely critical. He needs to make sure that no one will be moving in from either that wall or from that door, and it's going to be Ness to try and challenge him. Actively, it looks like.
Pre-fire is going to be coming down from Hyena to see what he can do here. PSK just moving to the site. The plant starts to go down, but Factor does find one kill. Finds another kill. Great shots from Factor. PSK and Yes both off the board now. Well, down to Moringa and Powell to try and make something happen. Powell's locked out at sight, and Factor picks up his third kill. It's all down to Moringa to try and bring something in. Finally shuts down Factor. It's a 2v1, but he can't find anyone. Hyena removes him, and Luminosity are looking beautiful on Bank.
They should have been around a Liquid again. They keep on getting in these positions where they should get that plan, now where they should make it happen. But then it's just someone of Luminosity time and time again just denying that plant because they play on that retake. They let them get in at some point. But like Liquid, they don't get the control they need to actually make it happen. The player right there into the offices, in the cubicles, they needed to take care of him because otherwise, you know, what just happens. You just wall bangs the pre-fire spot because there was informational sight based on cameras. So they know exactly where the plant was going down. All they had to do was just pre-fire.
So we talked about AM Hyena, right?
Yeah.
He was very confident. But when now in the PM, and Hyena's doing better.
Well, is it AM in his country, though?
That's true. So he's still on the same. He's been here for a couple of days. I think he's adjusted. I believe more in PM Hyena personally. He's 4-1 right now. He's doing beautifully. Luminosity are looking great right now. And Liquid, they seem to be stumbling quite a lot. And honestly, I just don't even think that Liquid are doing that badly in the early game. They're getting all the control that they need. They're getting a lot of picks up on the board. And, well, things are generally looking good for them. But at the end, things just go wrong. They let Luminosity slip through the grasp. And I think, honestly, it's the same situation that happened on Cafe in reverse, where Luminosity were struggling to shut down Liquid's mobility. And now Liquid are having the same struggles, where Luminosity are slipping through. We're seeing people like Factor, people like Slashhook, they're slipping through the cracks, they're getting on the flank, and they're putting kills on the board.
The point is, like, they keep on getting on side time and time again. They keep on being able to go for the plant. It's just that, like, it's not always after plant, but, like, during the plant / after plant situations, that Liquid just doesn't seem to be able to get through. So that means they need to step it up. There's one more round for them up for grabs in this half, and, well, they definitely need to take it, because otherwise they're going to be up for a real rough matchup for the second half against Luminosity, who would be going in, well, flying, so to say, with a 5-1 lead if they manage to lose this. So Luminosity is doing all the work right here. They are looking good. They are looking to be taking this map, at least so far. Velcro Chem gets spotted out by Moringa. Now will be safe to rappel up with, well, less information being gathered by the likes of Luminosity.
We'll see how things do go down. It's about a minute into the round now. Liquid doing the work now to take the utility off the board, and also just getting control in general. Drones are going to be going out below, just making sure there's no one playing any vertical play. Of course, Luminosity have played pretty heavily on the vertical and pretty heavily just generally roaming in the early game. So drones and heavy amounts from Liquid, making sure that none of that is, of course, on the board. Castle Barricade. Sorry, not Castle Barricade, just a regular barricade taking off the board as we move in to that square stairs area, of course. But, well, Luminosity, they're being quite mobile, and you can see Factor has already dropped down 2 levels all the way to the basement, making use out of his beta.
Well, there's no ammo left in the beta fighter.
Yeah,
so
making very big usage out of it.
A lot of hatches right there, just so they can drop and do whatever they want. Takes a cake right here in the rappel, trying to get that first frag for Liquid to go their way. It's going to be actually Rex to get the one onto Moringa. Will be healing himself back up, and that is the A-Cook, and that is where you play the dock right here, because if you lose the ball, if you take damage from the good place, you just basically neutralize that. Well, it's going to get opened up. That's
a great pick coming out from Rex, and yet again, and Nitro comes out, narrowly misses PSK. He does manage to save his life there. Still has 1 thermite charge to be able to do a lot of work here on this side, but that great pick from Rexon eliminates the window control from Liquid, but it also takes Moringa off the board. He's been doing a lot of work on that Capital bolts to force Doodle out of those positions in Janitors. So now that gives a lot of breathing room for Luminosity.
Definitely so, and this is not looking like a good attack right here for Liquid to come down. It's a 4-on-5 situation with 40 seconds left. We've seen them struggle with time before. It needs to happen now. They need to make something happen, because otherwise they're going to be in a real rough spot. We've said it before. Palu will be opening up the scoreline for Liquid. We'll be taking down Doodle. That means that Janitor is now somewhat clear, because we still have Factor on the meeting room, watching through a rotational that can actually contest it. Nestam picks up Slash. That's a 3 and 4. Suddenly it starts to take shape for Liquid, but the question is, will it be too late? Because they're There's 15 seconds left. The default plant spot behind the closet has been opened up, so there's angles right there. They need to move in. Factor dropped PSK, and with that, they drop the diffuser. There comes the movement. That's a kill. He misses the shot. No. He will eventually get rid of Bailiff with the ammo he is left, and it's going to be Paolo right now with no enough time, and that means that it's going to be Luminosity to get it 5-1. All he needed was 5 seconds extra, and then he might have been able to make it happen, make it stick, but it's Luminosity to go in on the lead, to go in the big advantage, in the driver's seat, in pole position, as Ace would say. 5-1.
What a disaster for Liquid here so far. You'd think this is Liquid's map, this is their map pick. They chose to come here. And, well, much like Luminosity on Cafe, things did not go well for them on their attacks. They have opportunities to bring it in, however, defense, a lot easier, especially in the situation with the Thatcher. Yep. It's kind of interesting with Luminosity. We didn't actually see too much Kaid coming out from them.
No, just once, and then he got spawn. Well, not really spawn picked. We got spawn rushed or whatever you want to call it.
Well, we saw it a few times from Doodle on the top floor, but specifically on that downstairs, we only saw it that one time. As you are right, he did get rushed by Moringa through the sewers, and then they never picked it up again. But Liquid, I'm assuming, going to bring it a little bit more. Sexy Cake on the Clash. Okay, so I did mention this last map as well, but for everyone missed it. Sexy is like such an aggressive Clash. They've seen this guy spawn peek billiards room window with Clash's pistol on coastline. He's done it multiple times as well before. Not only one of the most dangerous spawn peeks you want to try and do, but also on Clash's pistol. So, just for me, just that one moment for me, just shows Sexy Cake. Right? He loves it. Yeah.
I was going to say, he does use the SPS MG9, right? Not the actual pistol that is also there.
Sure.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
We do see an aggressive roam coming out from Lucas, something that we didn't really see in the early game from Luminosity. I think a lot of Luminosity strategy going through here as well was to let Liquid have a lot of the early control and then just flank them. We saw Doodle and Slash in that first round push up main stairs, and kind of in a Nora Ringu very kind of fashion, they did go for that very heavy flank up main.
Well, let's see how we'll work this time. LG on the attack, Jekyll straight out. We'll be bringing it. Not messing around. Jekyll, very good operator on bank, even with a little bit of nerfs or reworks, whatever you want to call it, to come out. Still a very viable option to go through. There comes the pings. He'll be aware of one of the players now, but he will be falling back to site almost straight away. It's the kind of Paolo, one of those players that has been so impactful in the past for Liquid. Our spot comes in. It's going to be the Valkyrie, I believe, of Nesk. So they know that two players that were upstairs, and that, look at this.
The triple ADSs again.
But also playing just a Clash, not just a shield and someone behind it. Just play the Clash. Just zap them if they try to move in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to just deny a lot of things, and it also means that Sexy Cake could be a lot harder to nade him out of that position as well, even if his ADSs do get burned. So, yeah, no, like that. I like this from Sexy Cake. Just hold it all down, making sure that they can't push up, and, well, looks like he'll be able to do that successfully. Doodle just trying his best just to get the floor open a little bit here. I think he's missed a little bit of spot on the other side of the hatch, but... well, he should be able to get it open efficiently. Hopefully. Doodle, hello. There we go.
Full fuel used, most likely.
Yeah, that was pretty inefficient from Doodle, but well,
it was fast. It was like this.
Yeah, you know, he'll get it open. He's no Picasso, but you know he's getting there.
Helmet. Factor right now knows that the Clash is. He's waiting for someone to actually be ready to go in. Oh, there we go. They now know that there's going to be ADSs standing by, so there's nothing they can really do. There's still two more active. Oh, the stun actually still goes by, but no one is going to be there to actually work on that.
That's good for Sexy Cake to want to, because he moves to the left, and he wants to get stunned in that position, so they don't use that stun to burn his ADS, right? Yeah. So I think this is actually a good situation for him to want to do that. The pre-fires do come out from Slash, but they're still unable to find the situation whatsoever. The ADS is still available with one more charge as well. Slash is just realizing, yeah, this is just not happening at all.
Sexy Cake also knows now, okay, I've done my job. No one's going to be pushing me from here. There's all the utility basically wasted. There's flashbangs wasted, stuns wasted, infects wasted. That's all I needed to do. Hyena will be opening up another hatch as they've decided they've given up on the actual server control, and thus they will decide to go different ways. Slash will do so by going in from the garage, picking up Moringa straight away. That's going to be the maestro of the board. That's a huge pick right there, because that is basically all a plan denial that they're having. PSK picks up Factor. It's going to be Slash right now to try and make more happen. There we go. LG just pushes in. They will be going for the B plant, it looks like, as they got complete control. Nesk is going to be falling right there as well. It's all sticking right now, and it's just going to be Sexy Cake left upstairs who needs to make it happen. But a 1-on-4 with Clash is going to be highly unlikely to go through as he tries to pick up the first one from that door, but of course they know they shouldn't be peeking that.
Oh!
We'll be getting the leg, we'll be getting the kneecap, and that's going to be making the start of this 1-3 comeback.
Yeah, Sexy Cake has managed to drop down the hatch now, going for those pre-fires where he can, but the diffuser slowly doing its work as well. Rexton holding the cross. They have the crossfire established from pretty much everywhere, and they know exactly where he is. Sexy Cake goes to the back. Oh my god, what a shot from Sexy Cake! Just eliminates Doodle and manages to find his way back into the site. Diffuser still doing its work again, but he's no idea where the last remaining members from Luminosity are, and they take another round. They're 1 round away from clinching out the map and sending us to Clubhouse.
Such a good call right here. Winning new servers was unholdable, like unwinnable for Luminosity. They caught for the rotate to just rush in from garage, try and push through there, and it worked out as well because Liquid wasn't ready. They weren't prepared for that. I kind of low-key wanted to see Sexy Cake go for the reverse defuse with the shield in the back when it was actually happening, but probably would have died before the the timer ended there. But it's going to be 6-1 right now for Luminosity. They need one more round to reverse sweep. Well, Liquid after the first map, just give them a 7-1 back. We call that in Dutch we say a cookie of your own dough, but it's not.
Cookie of your own dough.
Yeah, taste of your own medicine,
that one.
right? Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
It's a Dutch saying, literally translated.
So, we'll see. There's going to be match point here to Luminosity, but no serious point just yet. If they take this round, they will be able to send us to Clubhouse for our decider. And of course, well, you know, this is looking a little bit spicy now. We did see Luminosity not do so great on Cafe. They seemed a little bit lost there, but Liquid now, they're looking a little bit lost themselves.
Like, I don't think we've seen many people win their own map picks yet. I keep on seeing.
That's true. That is very true, actually.
Wins, unless it's a 2-0.
Yeah.
It happens time and time again. I'm so confused.
5 seconds
Oh well.
before insertion.
Black guy is deployed. Liquid, you have one job, and it's to stay in it now. You gotta get a round differential as well, because just decide who starts what side. So if Liquid gets one more, then they're gonna be the one choosing. Otherwise, I believe it's a coin toss, right? Then they have equal round differential.
That's true. Yeah, I believe it is a coin toss. So, well, yeah, no, that's a good point. I wonder how that is. We'll leave the admins up to decide how exactly that's going to be playing out. But, well, in the meantime, we'll see drones coming out in heavy amounts from Luminosity. But Liquid seem to be constantly winning the early game. Things go so well for them at the start. I mean, the amount of utility that Sexy Cake was burning in blue, again, such a hard area to push. And Luminosity were just they couldn't have any of it.
They couldn't do anything with it, indeed. Look at this drone of Slash. He knows exactly where the Maestro player is going to be located at. He's just waiting for him to just drop off a little bit before the peak comes out. He's waiting on the other side.
This is a really aggressive place for Moringa to be, and it's fine if you're not getting droned out to be wanting to do this, but yeah, this is not a good situation to be in. This should be an easy pickup for Slash if he does manage to convince himself, yeah, I can take this, I can ping this, but, you know, it is LAN as well. It is very easy for Moringa to actually win this fight. Well, he's managed to retreat a little bit back as well, and he's actually realized that there's a drone up there as well, and he wins the fight! Slash hooks out of it as he goes for the peak.
That's exactly what they needed right there on Liquid, as right now the hatch being opened up. Again, not very efficient right here from Doodle, as he's missing some of his fuel as well. He's gone all the way around. Hatch still not open up. There's better ways to do this, as he is pulling out a feet right there, but won't be able to pick up Palu. Battle word there will be actually spulling, getting the down as well onto Factor, and that means Factor will fall. It's a 3-on-5. Once again, Liquid will win the early game, but this might not be recoverable for the likes of Luminosity, as they've lost Ash and they've lost their Zofia. Of course, 2 fragging operators, not necessary for the final take, but they're nice to have around, and they're very high impactful players as well that you need to make sure have that impact.
Also, just a lot of their counters to Sexy Cake as well now off the board. This isn't looking too good for them at all. Flashbang is going to go down into side. Looks like they're going to try and just make a play right here. And if they are going to flashbang down, Rexton is in the side with smokes covering his side as well. But he needs to really go for a plant right now, but Rexton's going to miss his shots as well. They're going to try and push in and just flood the side completely. Hyena's in with Rexton. Backs to the wall right now. Rexton does go down. Hyena trying to make his way all the way through, but no. Moringa's Maestro Cam does manage to find the kill on him. Team Liquid take the round, and they'll stay themselves in this round and this map for just another round. And of course, even if there is now a round win for Luminosity,
they have the advantage.
Gives them the round advantage,
because this was a very important round, as you just said, because this gives them the opportunity to pick what site they want to start on if we may go to Clubhouse. 6-2 right now is the score, as Luminosity is showing Liquid that they have woken up right now. It's starting to... They're starting to get ready. They're starting to go on fire, and they're showing that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with on Clubhouse, because they are going to bring this to Clubhouse. It's not going to be happening. Liquid is not going to be allowing... Oh, look at Palu, 11 kills. again, this man doing such an amazing job right here on this land, on OGA, in Croatia. I think he's going to move. He's gonna live in Croatia. He's feeling it here.
Yeah, we were talking to him during the media day, and he was like, you know, I could live in EU. I could just see how EU teams play, and I could find myself on an EU team. So yeah, maybe one day we'll see match point now. Of course, we'll see how things are going to be going down for Luminosity. 1 round away from bringing it in. We'll see a CEO defense coming out from Liquid this time. What do you think of this lineup?
We get the plan denial on smoke, we get the plan denial on the Maestro. Not fan of a smoke here, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right? There's two ways you can go into. It's not like one choke point that you basically always go through. So, not sure about that. Most likely will be used to hold off people from pushing Janitor.
Yeah, that I was going to say. I think the idea here is just to play around Janitors and to play around Conference and not use the smokes purely for just putting off a choke point, but use the smokes to just cover that Janitor hallway so they can push that in where they can and just freely rotate between there and Conference.
Parker Harker from Hyena coming in right there as he just free running up the roof right there. LG need one more round to put themselves up on 1-1 in maps to go up to Clubhouse to still have the opportunity of staying in the upper bracket final to avenge their fallen NA brothers so far of SSG. Take it on against MIBR, who have been looking scary after they took down G2. There's nothing more you can say about that. Done a phenomenal job. Had a bit of a rough season, but managed to basically turn all the expectations around and show that they're a true contender here to take it all, as they are going to be top 3 confirmed. Don't forget that.
Yeah, no, that is very true. If you do make it here, you are in the top 3. Of course, that does give you a little bit more of a prize pool, but also gets you very, very closer to the grand final. There we go. Drones are going to be coming out from Slashhug. And you're going to see exactly what the situation here is on Penta and on the banana balcony. Of course, Rex is actually going to go for the Spider-Man right now, as he's going to be rappelling all the way down. I don't actually mind him doing this because he knows that Penta and Banana is clear, right? And he knows that he can't get peeked from Kanto. There's not actually many places that he can get peeked from here, so he's going to rappel all the way down. He's going to join Doodle down in the lobby as well. And so we have to just push all the way up here. The majority of Liquid are actually downstairs right now, as PSK and Nesk are down there. But Doodle, with his drones, going to be able to hear it all going out. But Factor picks up Moringa. Great opening kill from Luminosity comes out, and that puts them on the board. Sexagate does strike back, however, Factor does get eliminated. But this is looking much better for Luminosity.
There we go, Rexon right now getting into a gunfight as well. Liquid is trying to fight back. Moringa taking off. That's going to be the smoke that is no longer here with us. Nesk trying to pick up yet another frag. He's going to get overhill to go for the peak to try and actually rotate into stock to have a little bit of a more forward positioning that they can play from. And look at this position right there from the Maestro. The jump out comes out from PSK as well. Will be alive, will be safe. Rexon falls. It's Liquid turning it around. It's Hyena and Doodle right now on the last remaining members of Luminosity to try and make it happen. Doodle gets tagged from every single angle that exists on this map, as he is still somehow alive and fighting to get with Hyena to try and make it happen. Knows one is going to be in Janitor right now. Tries to go for the pre-fire. C4 comes in as well. It's just pure chaos right now all around him. There's no way that they're going to be able to do this. There's no way that in 10 seconds and 1 HP right there on Doodle is going to be all up to Hyena. Hyena gets 1. Hyena goes for 2. Will be missing the swaps over to the pistol. Will be able to get it. No, it's Liquid to win round number 9. And they will be bringing it up to 6-3, and it's starting to look like they can actually fight back if they can keep up this pace.
Yeah, but now they're going to have to go back to the Tellers area now. The off-site, that site, not so easy to win after all. Luminosity now have a great opportunity to now pick it up, as we do see the Tellers office and archives, of course, getting picked up here by Liquid on their defense. We'll see how that is going to go down. My few thoughts here are that I think that Liquid now have regained that momentum. They've put themselves into a position now, okay, like, we can easily now bring this back. All we need is those 3 defenses. I think, honestly, if they win this Tellers, they can easily bring the map back in.
If they win this, indeed, yeah, it could just be a reverse sweep coming through right here. Definitely. So that is what they're going to be looking for.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
In specifics, they need to go and get some aggressive peek earlier. Probably just to scare Luminosity a bit. Because the thing is, Luminosity is going into this one quite confident. They know that they can have, well, basically another mistake. Well, Liquid is not allowed to. They have the 3-round advantage. It's the offside that they're playing on, so you need to scare them from the get-go.
people might be saying now that Luminosity's choking their lead. I just don't think that's true at all, because they've lost the attacks on 2 core sites, and honestly, that's kind of to be expected. They managed to pick up an early round on Liquid to put themselves in a match point situation, which, you know, has still put them in a really good scenario to be able to bring this in, but they still need to find that round to lock it out.
They've already matched Liquid's attack, and they're still halfway of the half to go. So, a quarter of the match to go, and already, well, did the same as Liquid was able to do, so all from here is up, so to say. And that is definitely what Luminosity is going to be trying to look and do, as we are seeing the assassins of running through right here, all just parkouring up. Love to see it. It needs to repel when you can just have some nimble feet.
Yeah, no. The hardcore parkour coming through from Luminosity across the board. See Slashug now on the Capital and doing what he can on the M249, just putting bullets on the board. We've seen pretty heavy roam games come out from Liquid on both maps now, as they have to be playing pretty spread out. Drones are going to be coming out pretty heavily from Doodle here. As Factor holding on to Janitors, and Rexon from above as well, holding on to the main hallway and making sure that no one can rotate up main also. So this is good shut down from Luminosity so far to try and go for this clear upstairs.
Definitely upstairs clear is what they need right now to make this work. They need to be fast on it as well. Not waste too much time, because otherwise it's just going to be Liquid's round again, because they have all the denial they need. They have a C4, they have the gas canisters, they have the evil eyes. So you need to make sure that you actually get that top full control, get the vertical plays out, try and flush them out. But look how heavy Liquid is playing upstairs. 3 people, 3 bodies, just to make sure they won't be able to make anything happen. And Sexy is going to be getting some sexy shot right there onto Doodle with the SMG-11 to start things off. That's a Nomad off the board. Not sure if all the air jumps have been deployed. You might hope so for them. He's aware of the actual drone right there. It's Rexon to go for the pre-fire, as he knew exactly where Nesk was located. And that is going to be starting off their top floor clear.
Yeah, the Maestro is going to go down from Nesk, but they have, of course, lost the Nomad in Doodle. Meanwhile, Pala looking to try and refrag, it looks like, but no, not able to find a frag just yet. As Factor moves through on the other side, he's back to by Hyena. They're going to try and make their way into Conference as well. There goes one, but Hyena instantly trades it out, and he doesn't even lose his teammate. Factor could have withstand, but looks like he's going to revive sooner rather than later. Sexy Cake is still available, doesn't have a nitro, actually has a bulletproof that he hasn't deployed just yet. Sexy Cake slowly crawling around like a sneaky snake, and he gets a kill through it. What? Yet again, Sexy Cake proving his snake abilities as he moves through, gets another kill through it, and well, he's turned it into a 3v3.
He's staying in a snake position right now. Now stood up, knows that this is going to be the only angle he's going to be pushed from. Will be going aggressive. We'll get another frag. Sexy K going absolutely ham right here. We'll be picking up the triple. Right now, it's going to be Factor that is going to be challenging him. The Slash is now slowly getting up to try and assist him. This could be a potential ace coming in for the man, for Sexy Cake. If he does it, he's going to be making himself absolutely immortal, as he will be keeping Liquid in on this offside. He's turning around. He's going to be going for it. Spots out one, but will be too late on actually that shot. They need to move in with 3 seconds left. It's not happening. One more gets picked up by PSK, but it's going to be the timer that runs it out. Liquid will be winning that round. It's 6-4, and they need 2 more to turn it up to overtime.
And that's a 4K from Sexy Cake as well on the SMG-11 mute, just crawling around upstairs. How does
Snaking
he
around.
do it? That was absolutely crazy
Prone
from
warrior.
Sexy Cake. They just, it's like you know, you grab something that's slippery and it just slips out. You grabbing it, it slips out everywhere, and that's exactly how Sexy Cake played that. They just were not able to shut him down. He was able to remain mobile throughout that entire area, and yeah, they just weren't able to pinch him out whatsoever. Liquid are still bringing this back. Liquid are doing it.
Oh my god. Liquid. This is the time where you can prove that you are the best team right here on this tournament. If you manage to turn this around, you bring it up to 6-6, bring this to overtime and take it there, that is going to be what you're looking forward to. Because just to bring this back again, Luminosity had the side pick here. Means Liquid will have the overtime pick here. So, you know, Liquid is definitely doing some good stuff right here if they manage to get back to overtime. Already secured the map choice, side choice of map number 3, so that's a win already for Liquid. But they just want to end it here. They don't want to risk it to go to Clubhouse. They just want to go 2-0. 2-0 all the way.
I honestly think that the mental game is the big challenge to get over when you're in that 5-1 spot. I mean, like, you're in that 5-1, then you go to the defense and you're like, okay, you know, we can still win this. You go to a core site, you go down to the lockers, and you lose that as well. Now they're on match point, you're like, oh god, it's all over. But Liquid, they brought it back. They beat the mental game there. They've got the momentum now, and now they're looking absolutely exquisite to bring this into overtime. They've got 2 core sites remaining to bring this in.
Yep.
Of course, this Lockers has been a 50-50 actually.
I like that they spotted out Paulo when he was going for the run out, just so he was wondering, oh shit, I need to run away now. I can no longer stay here, right? You don't ping him so you can get the free frag, but they might have been afraid they would actually get it with DTCSG12. So letting him know that you know where he is going to be enough to scaring him off, and exactly what happened there. LG trying to make some quick meters right now, some quick space, as the drones are securing top and first floor, just to make sure that the basement attack is going to be imminent.
Valkyrie cameras will get taken off the line by Luminosity as Doodle makes his way through into the staff and equipment area. Factor makes his way through into elevators as well as that camera finally gets taken offline by Factor. Just really trying to see if anyone is playing below. The hatch will be reinforced and Luminosity will be all over the place with a nice bit of control going on for them early on. This time Liquid not opting for any kind of heavy roam strategy, and Doodle, well, he's improving his art skills as we go through.
He's definitely trying to. He's still struggling with keeping his legs the right way around because they keep on turning. Come on, man.
Doodle.
Doodle,
he's struggling, okay? It's not gone well for him on the Maverick.
Definitely not. It's kind of hilarious.
The thing about all of this is they actually just destroy the Kaya charge as well, so
yeah.
It's like, I feel like Doodle doesn't really need to do this anymore, but, well, he's going to commit to it, and they do need that thermite charge anyway, so, well, he's going to try and open it all up. Nice drone from Slashhug.
Definitely, they're unaware of it as well. Most like just peeking with the. Oh, there we go. He's going quite aggressive right now. All you need to do is just get that stun in, get the maybe the Capital ball in even, just to push them back a bit further, allowing you to get in. There comes a stun, but he's going to be too far back to actually make something happen. Still, there is going to be ADSs all around. He's going to be going for the pre-fire right there. They actually managed to pick up the kill right there. Liquid managed to get one. That's a 2, and there's going to be a third one pushing in soon as well. That's a triple from PSK using the portable mirror window right there of Clash. That just slows them down as well. It's LG all falling apart right now, and the Sexy K couldn't make it work in the first round they went here. Now it has turned around. The Clash is working. Oh, pre-fire actually gets it down, but he manages to recover himself, and all he has to do at this point is just hold this off. Make sure that he's going to be not able to do anything. Kill secured right there. It's going to be Sexy Cake right now to try and hold this off. We'll be going aggressive. You shouldn't be doing that right there. You still have the advantage. Diffuser drop. It's over. Nask will get the last kill as well. It's Liquid now to bring it back to 5-6. One more round is what they need to bring it up to overtime.
And so much work from PSK on the blue side.
Definitely.
There was quite a lot of overcommitment from Luminosity there. That they know that PSK is behind there, and they go for the pre-fires together. They figure, if one of us pre-fires to the right of the Clash, one of us pre-fires to the left of the Clash, we're going to kill this guy. Yeah. There is no way this guy kills us both, and then he kills all 3 of you.
There's also an option. You open up the hatch, you just have someone with balls drop through, move through to the actual cert, right? You know, that would have been, I think, the better option to go with right there, but Liquid make it work for now. They somehow managed to get the 5-1 around.
I love how Silence talks when he's coaching, right? Like he's got his hands all over the place. He's like stroking Sexy Cake's hair. He's like, okay, you're good, you're doing well.
Nice hair you have there.
Yeah, well, it's like a tactical timeout from Luminosity here, just to talk about exactly what went wrong during these rounds and how they can keep themselves in it. They're not looking too good so far here on the attack.
They're looking very stressed right now in the likes of Luminosity, whilst there's just pure focus in the eyes of Liquid, as you can see. Focus, somewhat relaxed. See the hairs being stroked right there of Luminosity. That is a sign of stress that is coming out right now. The pacing of the coach. That's all we can read from this. Liquid feeling confident they can win this one. If they win this round, they're bringing it up to overtime, and that is definitely going to be hurting the mentality of LG, because Liquid is now on that 4 winning round streak.
Power is 13-6 right now.
That dude is absolutely mental in OGA.
He's always putting frags on the board. He's always doing well for himself. Executive Lounge and CEO, however, is going to be the site of choice for Liquid. No surprises there for anyone involved here. We see the double ACOG yet again coming out from Liquid. Last time they did quite well to kind of shut down all of these window repels coming out from Luminosity. We'll see how the rest of this does indeed go down. Match point still to Luminosity. 1 round away from bringing this in and sending it to the clubhouse, but Liquid, they're on a roll. 4 rounds in a row for them.
Definitely, and they only need 1 more to bring this up to overtime, and that is what they're aiming for, because they're not here to lose this out right now. They're not here to bring this to clubhouse. They want to go to all the way, and Liquid setting up their final defense, at least for now, is going to be feeling confident that they can do it. They have got 4 in a row, and especially after that last round, it was just complete bashing from Liquid, from PSK, playing behind that clutch shield. It's absolutely wrecking them up right there. He's prepping the run out windows. I don't know if LG is going to be aware of that. It looks like it is, because they're pinging out on these windows. We might see another jump out coming in this round.
Yeah, I mean, that was so successful for PSK last time he did that, right? I mean, he was able to deal with the window repels. And that, as soon as you kill the guy on the window, and we saw it when Rexon did it on his defense as well, as soon as you kill that guy on the window repel, it just gives you so much stuff.
You have like the entire north side that's going to be saved, right? So you can put your back to that wall, not being afraid of someone actually peeking there. The Slash right there spotted out 2 players behind that window, so that means he's going to be opening that up, using some of his ammo. Of course, has that LMG purely for this reason, so he can open up these windows, still be able to shoot as soon as it's open. And there's a lot of bullets in it as well. There's like 400 bullets in total, I believe, for the M249. So
yeah, it's ridiculous. You can really go for the pre-fire and covering fire with that. Well, Nesk gets back on his Valkyrie cameras and see exactly what the situation is. But Luminosity, remember last time, went majority for this lobby kind of take and tried to push out that way entirely. Well, this time, they're going to go for it yet again. Doodles managed to find himself onto the reception desk and is drawing out all of this again. Slasher aware that he could get jumped out and get him. It's like PSK's actually moved himself to position. Hyena is actually available to cover this, and he's going to do it. Hyena takes PSK off the board. Great shot from him, but also just great cover as well. And just reading Liquid like a book there.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be happening right there. Slash not having to worry about that jump out whatsoever. As soon as it happened, the kill was there. I was just wondering about what the fire arrow actually did there. That wasn't actually in a good spot. Sexy Cake will be picking up the kill on Slash as he was forced out of position due to the incendiary bolt, and that is going to be bringing things back up to a 4-4. So right now, drone is coming in. Nesk is going to be jumping out. What are you doing? He did see that. You should be able to get this frag. This should not happen. If Nesk wins this, this is going to be absolutely detrimental. Hyena will be actually not winning it as of yet. Nesk still stays alive. This is so much time being wasted right here. Nesk, you shouldn't be able to. Do you have a C4? Please do. Yes, he does. We'll be missing it. Not in time for the detonation. We'll eventually lose it out, but it's a 30-second gunfight going on right there. Nesk, why did you jump out? That shouldn't have happened. That could be round losing, as you were necessary somewhere else. Doodle not able to pick up that frag right there onto the Maestro, who just has been healed up by Palu. We still have Palu out there. Oh, not a jump out! What's happening? Palu gets it. It's now offside though. It's a 2-on-3 situation on side, and they need to make use of this. Rexon will get the first frag onto Saxy Cake. That's one of the halfies off the board, but they don't know about the Mozzie down here. The plant's going down in the meantime. Moringa needs to do something. Gets one with the fire. Now needs to get the second one. Who is planting? Do you have a C4 available? It's a 1-on-1 situation on site right now, as it's going to be actually Doodle versus Moringa. I don't know. Palu, where are you? Are you coming back up? Doodle, you need to win this now for your team if you want to win this, if you want to go to Clubhouse, because otherwise it's going to be Liquid to walk away with it. Refires come in. Doodle, can you do it? Reload comes in. It's a down. Go for the pistol. Won't get it. It's Palu that gets it, but he doesn't know that the down comes through. There we go. Finishes it off. It's Liquid to go to overtime. And can they do it now?
What an insane round. 3 people jumped out those windows, Hap.
Holy, I don't get it. Like, people just keep on jumping.
And also, if Hyena had lost that fight against Nesk, oh god, that would have been embarrassing. A lot of time wasted, however, and a lot of pressure alleviated by Nesk there on that play. And Palu also going for the jump out, managed to alleviate pretty much all the pressure from those windows as well. And it does allow your site players to play a little bit more looser.
Definitely.
But yeah, 3 people outside those windows, 3 people jumping out. That's really aggressive coming out from Liquid, but they will send them to overtime as well.
And defense for Liquid.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for Liquid so far. Luminosity still unable to penetrate this defense so far. And, well, this is not looking good for them whatsoever. Incredibly close map coming out between Luminosity and Liquid, but it can only end one way. Luminosity, I think it's kind of safe to say they are choking now.
Now I get flashbacks to some meme, but I cannot actually remember which one it is. I have like slight recalls of something. They'll come back later. But Liquid managed to bring it all the way back. They were 6-1 behind, got 5 consecutive round streak on the defense. Were basically flawless throughout. The jump out right there. of, I believe it was PSK, that could have lost in the round. The jump out of Nask right after, that could have lost in the round as well, because it was just people jumping out and not getting a frag. And then it was just Palu. Who else than Palu? To jump out, get those frags, rotate all the way back to the site, and eventually clutch it out. The man...
You'd think, like, after the first time that Hyena had sat at Jewelry the entire time waiting for PSK to do that jump out. As soon as PSK dies there, you'd think, oh, look, okay, look, we can't jump out those windows. They're just going to be watching them. Yeah. Okay, they're very aware of that. But no, they took the complete opposite approach and just kept jumping out. And it did work for them, so you can't knock it.
They used reverse psychology. Yes, they were like, we think that we're not going to be able to jump out anymore. So we just keep on jumping out. I mean, after the second one jumps out, who thinks the third one is going to jump out? I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. Hey, it's Liquid here. We just do that. We don't mind.
Yeah, you can also see the change that we were talking about, the Jackal scans as well, that the older the footprints are, is the less scans you're actually going to get out of it. And you can see that he only gets one ping out of it.
How much is it worth? Like, I don't think... I wouldn't do that. You know that he's like probably going to be down if it's blue right there. They're not roaming in the exact area. So that's still the Inox scans gone. Still something that LG will have to get used to prioritizing those footsteps, maybe to a later area in the round. It's going to be Doodle again, the not-so-maestro of the Maverick, to try and open up this one. It actually seems to go pretty well this time. 3 times a charge.
True. Flashbangs are going to be coming out, of course. ADS is going to start to get burned here. We saw what a great job Sexy and PSK did here last time. Just pulled it all down with a triple kill that did come through from PSK. Drone's going to go out in heavy amounts. Smokes already coming out from Rex. I'm not sure what that was about.
That's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. That's not good. It's not good at all.
Might have wanted to waste the actual thing right there, but it bounced off like the barricade, something like that. I don't know exactly, but there comes the fire arrows, really forcing Sexy Cake back a little, but still nothing to worry about because, well, there's no pressure from the other side coming in whatsoever, and as long as Sexy Cake is standing there, they're just sending in drones, but it doesn't matter because there's nothing they can do. They don't have any utility to actually get the kills with, and a Slash right now will be getting the frag right there, will be down by the actual Clash right there, will be able to be recovered though as Sexy Cake wants to fall back. There's 4 people on top of the stairs right there right now. He's just trying to finish it off with, swaps up to the pistol actually, and he falls. That's going to be such a misplay right there for Sexy Cake. He just had to fall back at that point.
Yeah, they've wasted so much time, though, and so much utility has all just been off the board there for Luminosity. They've managed to forget that 2-man advantage, however. Slash is going to fall off, and he's going to go through sewer instead. Let's see what he can do from that angle. But Luminosity, they have 30 seconds left to make this work, and there's still 2 Nitro Cells up on the board from Liquid. There's no Monty or anything like that to try and cover this plan. I think Hyena's going to try and maybe go for... Oh, there's a Valkyrie camera still. A Moringa from the long angle from Garage does manage to find Hyena. That's the diffuser down. Factor will recover it, however. Smokes are going to go out deep. And Factor is going to go for that very long plan. Slash is going to try and find the Nitro. He does get it! He got it! Slash is going to try and go covering fire. But Paolo still gets the double kill. Slash and Factor are both out of it. It's all down to Doodle to try and bring it in right now with a pistol. Finds one, but no. He'll not be able to find one at all there. Great round from Liquid to try and bring it in there, and he will be able to do so successfully. Paula, again, putting kills on the board for Liquid as well, and they're one round away from securing themselves in the upper bracket final.
1 round away of at least eliminating one of the NA teams, and make sure that we are going to have a, well, Latam upper bracket final to come through. Liquid looking strong right now. They're looking confident, and I wonder how much is LG going to be able to do right now, because they just have had 6 rounds in a row against them. How can they come back from this? Are they going to be able to bounce back from this? That is going to be the question. We see the kite coming out again. We are going to lockers. Is Moringa going to be able to do an aggressive peek early on? Look at it, 19 kills on Palu, 12 on Moringa, 12 on Sexy Cake. What's happening?
How is Paolo at 19
How is he this
again?
good? How is Paolo this good?
Almost another 20-kill game from him.
I swear to God, if someone on Project Prisma has not picked Paolo, right, you're absolutely sleeping on this dude, because he's absolutely amazing. Like, I think they don't even need to win. He's already MVP of the tournament, like highest kills most likely.
Paolo's just been absolutely off on one this tournament. He is, OGA somehow has given him superpowers. You know, it's gone through for him completely. Well, he's on 19 frags so far. Well, let's see if he can increase that, but we're going to see Luminosity, their first defense in a while. We'll see how they want to do with this. But, I mean, it seems like a pretty similar setup to what they've had so far. And Liquid should be very familiar with this.
We saw Luminosity actually manage to counter this off. So maybe Liquid is going to be able to use that information as well to you know, get themselves a little bit more comfortable as well. Maybe they're going to be able to, let's go a bit ballsy. Make sure you get control of server room first before you take care of the blue stairs, because it's better to pinch him than to just all push him from the same angle, because at that point, it's just you walking into a bullet hose, and it's not something you want to have against you. Liquid made it all the way back from 6-1 all the way to 6-6, and now they are in match point. They are one round removed from the upper bracket final.
I just don't understand how this is going to go through just yet. Well, obviously, Liquid do want to win this attack, but they have that defense to fall onto if they they can't bring it in here. And this has been insanely defender-sided so far. Well, Liquid should be aware of what the kind of defense from Luminosity has been, and they've set it up in a pretty similar way to how they've done so in previous rounds. We'll see a very similar clip from Paolo as well coming out, as he does manage to open up all the top of this blue stairs angle, and we'll see what Liquid want to do to try and clear this all out. One of the big things that we were saying that Luminosity were doing wrong here, they weren't opening the hatch, yeah.
This hatch is going to be so important to open up, because it's allowing them to actually put pressure onto the blue stairs from two angles. You see already everybody's falling back. 3 people that were playing in the area, they're all gone right now. It's going to be servers completely forfeited right here with 1 minute 30 to go. The question is, will Liquid know, or are they going to be, well, just unaware of the entire fact that this is going on right now? Moringa on those stairs, tossing in a drone. Soon the call should be coming out for sure. That it is going to be cleared.
I like that Claymore, actually, because you can't see the lasers as you're running up the stairs, and you really got to be very quick if you're going up main. So, yeah, that's a nice Claymore coming out from Sexy K, because the drones are going to go out in heavy amounts from Liquid. 1 minute left to go on the clock. They have got all the control that they need right now, but there is smoke on the board from Doodle. There's multiple nitros up from Factor, and of course Slash up as well. There's a lot of plant denial options for them. But we've also got Hyena holding that long angle from Garage as well.
Definitely, we got the ACOG on that long angle. We got 2 C4s, we got 3 smoke canisters. Liquid needs to plant in anything but default if they want to make this happen. There comes the incendiary bolt. The plant's already going down. It's actually not hitting.
Oh, it's not hitting him.
PSK actually being able to stick it. This is going wrong. It's actually the C4 to come in clutch, but people fall. Sexy manages to pick up 1. It's 2 for Liquid to fall on their side, though. And that brings it up to a 3 and 4 situation that could have been absolutely round winning due to the smoke being misplaced right there. It's going to be Moringa to come in with his own smokes. He needs to run past for sure. You need to get behind the bomb if you want to make this happen. Nesk will be picking up Doodle. Right now, Slash will be calling out that there's actually something happening. A plant's going down. There is no more C4. It's happening. Liquid 2 on 2. They need to go. The plant goes down. And it's now going up all the way for Nesk and Moringa. They need to carry this out for Liquid as Hyena. And it's going to be up to Rex as well. Rex going up for the flank. Moringa is ready for it, though. He's just waiting in the open area to just wait for someone to move past, because they know that's the only thing they can do. But Rexon is going all the way upstairs. He's going all the way around. He wants to go for it. You need to make this flank happen, Rexon, because otherwise it's going to be over.
Not looking good at all for Luminosity to try and go for this retake. The diffuser still doing its work nicely. Ness brings out his SMG-11, expecting the close angle. He gets 1, but he gets traded instantly. There's the down, but not out. Rexon looking to try and find Moringa, but he's going to be up on the hatch. He can see it very nicely, but counter-diffusing is actually coming from Rexon. He gets off of it, but he isn't going to be able to find it. Nesk is going to be able to find that last kill as well from the down. But yeah, wow, absolutely beautifully played by Moringa at the end there. Great plant coming out from Liquid, just great stuff overall coming out from them. They are absolutely dominating, and they're all going to go through into the upper final, but they're sending both NA teams down to that lower bracket, unfortunately.
That's beating up NA today. That's what we're going to be saying about it, and that means one of the NA teams is going to be eliminated the next match. Definitely something that is going to be looking forward to. So it's absolutely Liquid. 7-1 first map. Then it looked like they were going to get 7-1 at least by Luminosity, but it managed to bring it all the
Well, we're going to pass it over to Desert Chew and the analysts to see how they can break down that series.